In this video, we're integrating 1 over pi squared plus x squared on the interval 0 to pi. And we're going to do this with an explicit U substitution. Those of you a little further along in calculus might want to use a trig substitution here, which is also my personal preference, but we're going to use a U sub. And we're asked to transform the limits of integration in terms of U before we solve it. And so from the beginning here, you need to recognize this as something that's going to integrate to an inverse tangent function. The derivative of inverse tangent is 1 over 1 plus x squared, but we have to adjust some constants here. I want to manipulate the denominator so that it starts with a 1, and that means I need to factor a pi squared out of it. All right, so that gets us to 1 over 1 plus x squared over pi squared. And then what I'm looking for here is 1 over 1 plus a variable thing squared, and so I'm going to write that as x over pi quantity squared. And now we make our U substitution. We let U equal that variable that we're squaring so that we can get something like 1 over 1 plus U squared, which will integrate to an inverse tangent. So let U equal x over pi. du is going to be a 1 over pi dx. And then I go back to my integral and I'm going to just manipulate it so I have 1 over pi dx in the numerator. Just divide by pi in the numerator, multiply by pi out in front to compensate. That cancels one of those factors of pi. We also need to transform the limits of integration. So when x is equal to 0, I can see from my definition of u that u is also going to be equal to 0. And when x is equal to pi, u is going to be pi over pi, which is 1. And now our integral is fully transformed. I have a 1 over pi out in front. Integral from 0 to 1. 1 over pi dx is just du. And in my denominator, I have a 1 plus u squared. The antiderivative of that is just an inverse tangent of u. And we're evaluating from 0 to 1. So I get inverse tangent of 1, which is pi over 4 for my upper limit, minus the inverse tangent of 0, that's the angle whose tangent is 0, that's 0 for my lower limit. The pi's cancel, and my integral evaluates to 1/4. And we're done with that one. If you enjoyed this video, or at least found it useful, check out another one by clicking one of the links on the left, or click the Zach's Lab logo on the right to explore dozens of physics and math playlists. As always, you can leave your questions, comments, and requests in the comments section below, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Thanks for watching Zach's Lab, and best of luck on your math and physics journey.